Hello again, everyone. Chris Lundstrom here at MarineMax Coco. Excited for you to be joining us as we go through this Boston Whaler 280 Vantage. This is a brand new boat for model year 2021, so sit back, relax, and join us as we go through all the feature benefits of this beautiful boat. As you can see, your cleats are recessed down underneath your gunwale line. Your midship cleat is a nice oversized pop-up cleat there. Nice beautiful Boston Whaler white with that chrome graphic. Just makes for a very classic look here for this 280 Vantage. Just want to talk about a couple more things here in the design of this 280 Vantage. With the size of that dive door there, makes it very easy for access in and out of the water. If you've got some water toys or dive gear, it's easy to toss those right inside the boat. But also you have these opposing swim platforms here on the back of the boat, making it very easy for water entry as well, or a nice place to throw some of your gear without feeling like you know, you're a little crowded back here. So it is a nice wide swim platform. Recessed cleats right there as well as your pump there for your waste tank. We did power this boat with twin 300 Verados. This 600 horsepower boat does do 57 miles an hour, wide open throttle. But just again, with the Boston Whaler white and these white motors, just an absolutely gorgeous boat. And we'd love to show it to you. These lights underneath here are for when your sky hook is active. Those will light up just to notify those around that the propellers are spinning. Those are going to be your underwater lights there, right inside of your trim tabs. And we'll go ahead and show you a couple more features here as we work our way inside. Another thing to just mention is this nice ladder is actually recessed inside of your swim platform, so you're not stepping on that as you are working your way inside the boat. So let's go ahead and jump inside. I'll show you a couple more features. Now making our way inside of this 280 Vantage, you can see we've got a nice big oversized door to keep everybody locked inside safely, as well as a conveniently located freshwater sprayer. So you've got two of these on board, one here at the transom and also one mounted up in the bow. Nice three cleanly placed rod holders here at the transom. We'll go ahead and show you some of the features inside the boat. Come on in. Here we've got a nice big integrated live well, which is new for model year 2021. So you can see it's no longer located underneath the portside lounger. It is now integrated into the boat. Nice big deep rounded out edges, LED lit live well, and you can see a nice pressurized gasket here, so you don't have anything rattling around, and you've got all of your bait nice and secure there in the live well. Let's go ahead and take a look at this dive door here too, and just look at the build components. Look at the size of the screws. That thing looks like it could literally take a couple rounds off and be just fine. Look at the sturdiness in the hardware and how the door actually opens. I've got a nice button depressor, door lifts up. Look at how thick this door is. Completely rock solid. There's a ton of thought that goes into the design of this, as well as the other features on this boat. Just an unbelievable look, and how this seamlessly integrates into the boat, locks back in place, and super easy to get in and out of the water with this nice fold away handle for water entry. Also, there is a nice oversized ladder that does mount right here into the boat for water entry on and off. We'll go ahead and have you actually work your way up this way. I want to show you the fact that even though we did integrate a nice trolling seat here, or an aft-facing seat, we were still able to maintain two live wells. So you can see here on the starboard side, we do still have a nice finished out fish box there, as well as your full-size fish box here on the port side. So you can see all nice, cleaned, rounded out, finished out fiberglass. And then take a look at your bilge access. I could literally climb down in there, and you could close that door on top of me and we'd still have room to work inside. So again, just a credit to the design concept with Boston Whaler to give our techs plenty of access there inside the bilge. Batteries, through-hole transducer, some of your pumps are located in there as well. But also even just the components that help this door open and close. Look at the size of those gas struts and how they're mounted, and the fact that we still have a nice sealed gasket to keep everything nice and watertight inside your bilge access. Nice oversized locks here. It's just an unbelievable boat. Check out this bench seat too. You know, again, with the Vantage, you know that you've always had a nice big robust bench seat in the back, nice high backrest. Come check out how this design actually closes and opens. So we've got a nice grab handle here in the bench seat, but look at how your backrest actually stows inside. And then look at all this hardware, all these nice gas struts to to keep your passengers nice and safe and also comfortable. Now I'm 6'3". Look at how deep this is hitting me in the legs. I could be here all day long and never be uncomfortable on this ride. Awesome seat, awesome boat so far. Let's go ahead and show you a couple more things. I want to talk real quick just about this setup here behind the helm seat. This is where your subwoofer is mounted. You've got a nice extra big storage compartment inside there underneath of your little wet bar. Nice countertop here with your freshwater sink. And then actually a nice insulated cooler here, which is where your kind of aft facing seat is. So a nice setup there from Whaler. 2 cup holders there right by your seat. That is where your onboard battery charger is going to be, as well as your freshwater fill and your raw water pump. Cool thing there though is that nice tow rail. If we are going to deep drop for some fish, we got a little spot to lock our toes into, as well as your battery switches there. So again, nicely cleanly laid out. You've got nothing mounted right there on the gunnel line, so you can sit comfortably if you'd like, but just a cool seat there and a nice wet bar. So go ahead and keep making our way around. This boat's so loaded with features, we even decided to give you a wardrobe change. Let's keep moving on. We're going to start here with the hardtop and show you how many rod holders you have available. You got 5 mounted here right as rocket launchers, 2 on opposing sides, 2 here on the gunnel line, 1 here on this side because of our dive door, and those same 3 that we mentioned in the beginning. So no shortage on rod holders, and just an unbelievable design and how we're able to still configure all this while still giving me the amount of space inside this boat without feeling claustrophobic or feeling like they tried to cram too much in. A lot of thought in the design, and so just a very exciting boat to be able to show you. We're going to go ahead and keep moving in and look at one of the coolest features on this boat is this portside recliner, kind of multi-position lounger. So we'll kind of show you how this thing works and how it can be stowed into different ways. Here in its most neutral position is where we can kind of face either direction and use it as a backrest. But with one quick pull of this lever, this thing can move into a number of different positions. So here, you can see now we got a nice aft-facing lounger. And if we continue to move this down to its most lowest position, I can chill there and sleep all day. Nice flat bed, real wide, but again, it's comfortable. And that's what makes this so fun to be on, is the fact that the upholstery is huge. It's very thick. You don't feel any of the pieces of the structure through the padding. So you'll find me snoozing right there if we're going to the Bahamas. Let's keep going. Also, you got 4 cup holders on this side, you got a USB charging port, you got a speaker integrated right there underneath your bolster, so a very comfortable place to relax at. One thing we didn't mention also, being that we now have the live well integrated into the transom, we actually are able to double the amount of storage space we have underneath this seat. The cool thing is that we did keep the nice feature of the pull-out rail to make this almost like a half bed look as we face forward. So nice that we kept that, great idea from Boston Whaler. Here's one of your receivers for your table. The other one's up there in the bow. But look at how much space and how much storage you have now that we moved the location of your live well. Great idea to just catch all your beach bags, towels, whatever you want to kind of toss in. Let's go ahead and show you the head compartment now. Great couple new features to the head here. Up on the side, we do have a nice dry storage box. Keep all your phone, keys, wallet nice and neatly in there. Nice gasket around it to keep it nice and watertight. And check out this lever here, okay? New upgraded feature. This is lockable. It comes with a cool lock there. But as we open this up, I want you to notice, okay, first of all, a nice big magnetized door, a nice non-skid as you step in there. You can see it's got a step as you work your way in. Overboard discharge on the head, but look at the quality in the countertop. Look at the woodwork and the craftsmanship and how things are laid out to where it kind of recesses into the side of the boat to give you just a little bit of extra space if you want to use that for a change room or a place to use the restroom. And again, check out how this door closes. You got a nice courtesy light in there, but you got a nice big oversized handle from inside. But listen, and you can feel it actually grab onto the door and lock closed. And like I said, I can lock that if I want. Nice big padded bolster up front here if we kind of bump into it. Nice thing to lean against. But also look at the integration of the windshield. Look at how you can see a nice seamless design, and it's nice and high. You can see where I'm sitting here, and my eye line is well below the windshield line still. So nice and protected, nice and covered. And then check out this. Check out how this windshield's designed. Check this out. I got this big lock here, but this thing probably weighs 10 pounds, right? So check out how it locks in place. I've got these locks actually on a rail system now, so I don't have to worry about flicking both. I can pull one and they both move together. Great idea there. And then when this thing stows away, you've got a huge oversized lock to keep it locked in. So that way you don't have to worry about any vibration or anything like that as you're moving underway. And again, look at this hardware here and how these things mount up together. This thing is literally a battleship. It's gonna take anything you want to throw at it. Go over here to the helm, we'll show you a couple things. So you can see we've got all the electronics necessary for on board. What this boat does have is the integration between our Raymarine Axiom Pro and our Mercury joystick. So what that joystick allows us to do is it has a skyhook feature where it can actually lock on to a GPS coordinate. No matter the current or the wind, the boat will hold its place locked in spot. And also you have an autopilot feature. So if you want to keep the boat steered in a certain heading, you can lock in the autopilot and the boat will hold its heading in the direction you're headed. And also you can use that for your joystick maneuvering around the dock. So literally like playing a video game as you're docking the boat, you can slide the boat side to side with literally just a flick of the button. So love to show you that on the water. Come out for a sea trial and we'll show you how all that works. But you can see VHF, Fusion Bluetooth, your Mercury vessel view gives you all your engine specs. So again, everything that the driver does need as we're working our way on whatever trips you might have. Nice digital throttle and shift here. So again, just makes it a very seamless integration between your gears, makes it real fluid. Nice JL audio speaker, subwoofer here mounted behind the helm seat. But check out this helm seat design, okay? And again, just to the comfort and how they thought about what the driver needs to feel comfortable at the helm. So I've got the bolster in its downward position. I've got plenty of visibility underneath this windshield line. Individual armrests if I want to move them up and down. And if I want to kick it up a little higher and see above the windshield, flip that bolster up. And the nice thing too is you can feel how it locks in place, so you don't got to worry about it falling out from underneath you if you hit a wave or something like that. And I don't feel any of the structure of the seat. I'm sitting on all cushion, which makes it a very comfortable seat if you wanted to stay elevated a little bit. Let's go ahead and show you some of the bow seating configurations and how all this is integrated here on the right hand side. Let's check it out. Here underneath the helm station is where we see that cool feature of what we had on the 270 Vantage, where I can actually open up this hatch and store all of my belongings here underneath the console if I want. So I got my table storage as well as this bucket. Why do we need a bucket right there? I'm gonna show you. So if I open up this wind door here, I see you've got this little compartment with this little flip door right here. Works as a trash chute, and that bucket can serve as your trash can on board, so you don't got to worry about bringing a garbage can or having to fill up some fish box with all your trash. You got a nice easy spot to stow all your trash there, as well as plenty of access here if you wanted to store some extra rods. There is rod storage here, as well as your table access and storage. We'll go ahead and flip this down now. And this is lockable if you wanted to keep more prized possessions in there. This is a lockable space here to keep everything nice and secure. And we'll go ahead and show you some of the ways that the bow seating can be used. We did kind of move these around so we could show you how the configuration is laid out with them in place. But we do have storage underneath some of these as well. A nice big finished out fish box or dry storage if you wanted to plug it off and have it be, you know, more for beach bags or stuff you wanted to keep dry. But again, look at all the hardware. Look at how everything is mounted in the center point, so as you're pulling from one side to the other, it's not putting unnecessary stress on that gas strut. And a nice clean gasket to keep everything nice and air watertight. And now to the comfort features of this bow seating arrangement. As you can see, when I sit here and I get myself cozied up in the corner, I can't even touch the end of the boat with my long legs. It's hitting me almost at the top of my shoulder blades. So it swallows me up. I feel very safe, very secure as we're riding the bow of this boat. And sometimes if you know, you see where you sit a little higher and you're a little bit more susceptible to the elements and the wind, sometimes it can feel a little unsafe, and that is not the case in this 280 Vantage. It's a very secure feeling. Up here in the bow, I do have cup holders on opposing sides. I have an additional speaker, some nice LED lighting up in the front here, an additional USB port on my starboard side, and an additional Fusion head unit if I wanted to control the stereo from up here without having to leave. Nice big grab handles, additional rod holders up front. This also does act as a sure shade if you wanted to extend a bow shade. You can use these as your front poles, so you can shade this entire front area, which is extremely nice. And then also here's your additional freshwater sprayer. So if we are boarding from the bow, we can rinse off right as we come in. And then this compartment up front here is going to be access to your anchor as well as your windlass setup. Well, I hope you enjoyed our walkthrough. As you can see, we're very passionate about our Boston Whalers here at MarineMax Cocoa. We would love to be able to have the opportunity to come out and show you this boat. So feel free to stop by. We're right off here at 520. Again, Chris Wenstrom here. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.